We're going to stand for the Pledge of Allegiance, and I would ask Jacqueline Felser for her last work session to lead us in the pledge.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Our illustrious clerk, if you would take the roll.
Sure. Supervisor Meek.
Present.
Councilman Hart.
Present.
Councilman Hanley.
Present.
Town Attorney Tina Hawthorne.
Present.
Chief Dens.
Present.
Code Enforcement Officer Jeffrey Baxter.
Present.
Recreation Supervisor Lauren Massett.
Present.
Senior Services Director Mary Josephak.
Here.
Anybody else down?
Megan.
Okay. Director of Finance Megan Winnick.
Present.
And I see Kelly Keene, our HR person, is in the audience. And Emily Melsky, chief of staff.
Present.
Very nice.
Thank you, Jackie. Okay, I'm going to start with Chief of Police. Is there anything you have for us, Chief?
Two things. One, I'd like executive session on a personnel matter. And number two, I just want to, in case our two media persons aren't here tonight, I want to let you know an update on our officers' beards for bucks donation for November. Our No Shave November. Annually, the PBA comes to me and asks if they can grow beards and do a donation to a cause. And this year, between the PBA and the individual officers, for November, they raised $2,350 for Roswell and for Wings. And we're gonna carry it over into December, and hopefully we hit another mark, and the PBA is still choosing their, who they're gonna give their fundraiser to for December. And I will know before the end of the week.
Very impressive. Thank you, Chief.
Great job. Okay, Matt English, is he here? Okay, Jeff Baska?
Nothing today.
Okay, very good. Jacqueline Felser, Town Clerk?
Yes, our town clerk-elect Amy Kobler asked me to announce that the office is looking for a part-time clerk, and interested candidates should forward their application and resume.
Okay.
Did she submit anything to Emily for the website, or is she putting on?
It's on the web, it's like an ongoing on the website.
Perfect.
We can note that there's an immediate opening.
Okay.
Mary Josephek, how are you?
Good, how are you?
Good, good to see you.
Good to see you.
Do you have anything for us?
Yes, this Friday, December 6th, we're having HEAP outreach at the Senior Center, sponsored by Joe Larigo, our county legislator.
Okay. Very good.
Thank you.
Lauren Massett, do you have anything for us today?
You're gonna be shocked, but I do not.
What?
Just for Jackie's last meeting.
That's like Mrs. Kim's not getting up at coming to the public. Maybe we're.
I'm gonna have to go back to the hospital.
Oh, can I add? See, Mary's got something for me. I'll add because she didn't have anything. Enjoy your last meeting, Jackie.
Thanks.
I miss you already.
Me too, Jack, me too.
Okay, Tina Hawthorne, do you have anything?
Yes, I'm requesting an executive session to discuss matters of litigation, including 2 tax assessment challenges and 1 civil litigation matter.
Very good. Okay, I'm going to, now Megan Winnick will give us a report for 2019-2020 budgeting and the financial outlook.
Yes, I wanted to give the year-end outstanding bond update. The town issues bonds for the acquisition and construction of major capital facilities. These general obligation bonds are direct obligations and pledge full faith and credit of the town These bonds have been issued as serial bonds with maturities from 5 to 30 years. At the end of 2019, the general fund has $12,811,000 of serial principal bond outstanding. These bonds have been issued for funds for the ice rink, the police headquarters, community center, garbage totes, and general equipment. Scheduled principal payments on current outstanding bonds in the general fund will be decreasing by $536,553 over the next 5 years and will be completely paid off in 2042. The highway fund has $14,705,000 of serial principal bond outstanding at the end of the year. This debt's been issued mainly for road reconstruction projects. Scheduled principal payments on current outstanding bonds in the highway fund will be decreasing by $562,988 over the next 5 years and will be paid off in the year 2031. Lastly, our special district funds have a combined total principal bond outstanding of $18,684,000. This debt has been issued mainly for mandated infrastructure, reconstruction, and repairs as a result of the DEC consent order. Scheduled principal payments on this debt will be decreasing by $165,638 over the next 5 years and will be paid off by 2045.
Very good. Thank you, Megan. That's important information going forward. As everyone knows, the town has had several projects, road reconstruction, building, so on and so forth. I could go on with the list, which I may publish that list of all the undertaking that has financially affected our budget. Whether people perceive it in a positive way or a negative way, it's just that there were decades of decay in the town and buildings were not maintained properly and roads were not given the attention they needed, and equipment the same. So having 35 buildings, 17 parks, a fleet that needed a lot of replacement, this board had the initiative, the intestinal fortitude to go ahead, bite the bullet, and make these changes to the town. I know we all are pleased that we've done it. We've seen the positive changes along just the Ridge Road corridor and the Union Road corridor. This time next year, you're gonna see, and the following year, things are, including our industrial park, are growing fastly, and our planning board and zoning board have never been busy, even in the days of the Seneca Mall. But I encourage our residents, when they get their property tax bill, which they just paid their school tax, which is not the town, I encourage our residents to take a look at their tax bill, refer to the general town tax and the highway tax. Add those two lines up, and that is all the budget gets. That's all we get. We don't get anything else, the sewer, the fire districts, library, county, that doesn't come to the town's budget. And I think that is the misconception, that people, when they hear that the budget is going up 2%, 3%, 4%, whatever it was, for whatever year it was, they felt it was their total bill. And I have a bill in front of me. Mr. Hanley was kind enough to say okay to it, but this is what he paid last year for his general fund, $573, and his highway fund, $429. So effectively, it was about $1,100 in total costs.
What was the total bill?
His total bill was $2628. So he gave us about maybe $1,100. And the rest went to other items. So in all fairness to the town board and the next town board, take a step, do yourself a favor, and recognize that those are the only two lines that are applied to the West Seneca 2020 budget. I know some people will tell you, I pay $7,000 in taxes. Well, when you pull in your school taxes, which is probably, $3,000 or $4,000, and then you add in the additional property total tax bill, yeah, you probably are coming in at that. But the town, and just for Bill and myself and Jean are all the same, is around $1,100. So I'm not going to go on any further, but next board meeting I will give a list of all the projects that have taken place since 2012. And it's an impressive list, I will say. I look at all these departments and everybody here has been affected by positive betterments and improvements to the town of West Seneca. And I also look at this board and I see a lot of females, and I couldn't be prouder to know that I was a part of that. Mr. Hart, do you have anything for us, Councilman?
Yeah, I'm just, Megan, I just have a question for you. The decreases over the next 2 years total what in debt service alone?
Over the next 5 years, about 1,200,000.
And our general tax rate is it 125,000 equals about 1%, or is it higher than that now?
Between the general and highway fund, it's about 240,000 or a
40?
percent.
So we're looking at maybe 5% of the tax rate
Yes,
for that $1 million,
yes, for the general and the highway fund, yes.
general and highway. That's significant.
It's a lot, in a positive way. For the
It's
next-
we hope, of course, that the economy keeps on churning along, and I think that the next board is gonna have to push even harder to get our state legislature and our federal government to provide infrastructure monies. I mean, the one thing this country needs more than anything else is money for infrastructure. We shouldn't always have to go back to our taxpayers to repair bridges and major highways. Yeah, I can see maybe in the neighborhoods is one thing, but when you're looking at sewer projects that are estimated to cost over the lifetime of the project and the consent order, $73 million, that's a lot to ask of the taxpayers and the ratepayers. We also have, I know that in West Seneca, we have the Mill Road Bridge and we have the Lydica Road Bridge. They are county bridges, but at the same time, the county's not getting the help they need to do the kind of infrastructure that's necessary. There's even, I have heard this from county sources that the closing of the Lydica Road is being considered seriously just because of the cost that would be involved in rebuilding that bridge. Although I think the town board has set the stage for some good financial results coming in the future, more work has to be done, and the more we're faced with the cost of infrastructure repair, the harder it is to do your budgets. So I wish the new board well, and I wish everybody who's continuing as a civil servant in this town to continue the great work you're doing, and I wish everybody well, and I'll have more to say at my final meeting. Thank you.
Thank you, Councilman, well said. Councilman Hanley, how are you, my friend?
I'm doing good. You guys have addressed just about everything. The other thing we didn't address is some of the unfunded mandates, some of the, I'll say the restrictions that the police department is being faced with unfunded mandates. Every year we have to fight the state to get our AIM money. Every year they threaten to take away our AIM and our CHIPS and all the other grant money that's out there. So without those funds, it puts an extra burden on the taxpayers too.
Very good, Councilman. Councilman Hart has an
I do
additional.
have one more thing to discuss briefly. We all received the Birchfield's annual report for 18 and 19, and I would like to present this to the board. I suppose tonight would be the time to do it, put it on the public record.
Sure.
So I'll bring that up tonight, but
I have mine too.
the amount of work that the Birchfield does and the programs they put on are great savings to the taxpayers and really contribute to the quality of life in this town. And I appreciate those people in the Birchfield for all the hard work that they put into the facility, the Birchfield Nature Park. Thank you.
Thank you, Councilman. Okay, we're all good. Okay, I'm going to ask Jacqueline Felser to come into an executive session for the board because I need you to record this item, which is a legal matter. I will also ask the legal matter regarding the assessor's office. I would ask that we also go in for discussion executive session on behalf of our town attorney to discuss the litigation that she has regarding assessment challenges. Also, the chief of police would like to discuss a personal matter regarding discipline with white collar, and we'll discuss white collar contract. I need a second.
Second.
Anything on the question? All in favor? Aye. Motion carried. Okay, going to go into an executive session. We'll see you at 7 o'clock for those who want to come back.